everybody. I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next site. But while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that 1K found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Oh, what is that shiny thing? I need that. Very bright.
We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
Okay, we found the Golden Gate. Good to know. What's that? Whoa.
So these monuments represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx, and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
For a given value of sense.
I wonder what's up with that connection. Very interesting. Oh, look, there's another flower. I see a flame. Okay, 5. Where was it? It's just over here. And what's down there? Okay. So the Sphinx wants 2, 4, 7, and 8 completed, I guess? New interface, concept, content. Okay, so I want to figure this out later. Yep, that's good. Okay, well, it's interesting that it's blinking in order, so let's go try find number 1 first. Let's try and do them in order. That way, but go to Alcatraz first.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you make of the Sphinx?
Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire. That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another New Alexandria.
That's a... You know, I didn't find Takut in the other area. I forgot to look for him. 1 and 2 are this way. What are you? Number 1. Alright, let's do this. Quantum tunneling. Oh, that's right, because we've got the new thing, hey? Meow. Which would allow me to carry things through. Can I walk through these things, or can I pass things through? I can pass things through. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yes. This feels overpowered. Oh, we got both. Yep, perfect. So it only works on those types of walls.
I can't help but notice that many of these structures are not strictly functional. There's a sense of aesthetics, of beauty here.
Hmm.
This place might be meant to test us somehow, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
Mm. I'm sorry, is that a... Whoa! You've mastered quantum tunneling. Here are more Tetris blocks, yes. Wasn't expecting to run into a wild animal. That's cool. Okay, number 2. Let's go. Mutual aid. That feels too easy. Is there anything else in this area? It's just 1 and 2 are basically the tutorials I get. Ooh! Haha! I tricked myself. Okay. It is such a great looking environment. Ooh! A gem. It's so good. It's just so beautiful. I see. I could jam this. I can't. No, I can't go through the blue ones. Can go through purple. So if I... Oh, I'm silly. Let's jam it from the inside. So then when we disconnect that gate, it will still be open. There we go. So then we can kind of explore a little bit. What's through here? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Right, okay, I see what I can do. Wait a minute. No. Less. No. What if... Can I jam it open? No. No. No, no, no. Hmm. No. No, that could... That... I should be able to pull it through as well. So if I place you here, but link you up to there, then I should be able to come around here and take it. Yes! Okay. Then I can do this, and then I can do this. This. And I've probably just done it wrong, actually. Nope, yep, that's perfect. Give me back this. Excellent. Done.
I keep thinking, why puzzles? Is it just their symbolic value because of our history?
It's fun.
Because the thing about puzzles is they can be solved.
Yes.
But if this is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity? Our persistence?
You're assuming that this place follows a coherent logic. My impression is that it's full of contradictions.
Feels a bit chunky again. Maybe I'll just leave it down here. No, it's really... What is happening? 100%. What? Nope. As soon as I look at it, it drops down from 100% CPU. What? What do you mean not responding? No idea. Hello?
What is it?
Did you have a look at one of those labs?
I did. It's interesting.
Mm.
The tech is a bit older, but it's been heavily modified to be more efficient. And it's not the kind of hack job you'd expect either. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. We could probably learn something from them.
Where could all this tech have come from?
I guess it could be discarded New Jerusalem tech. The mayor made us throw away a bunch of stuff that was perfectly fine, if you ask me. But I'm not sure. I'll check to see if I can find any serial numbers, and I'll get back to you.
That's all. You know, I looked up why Melville sounded so familiar, because I just couldn't get it out of my head. Hey, her voice was just so... Turns out she's the same voice actress who was asking for the Githyanki egg. So now that's all I can hear when I talk to her. Back up. Let's see. What do we have? Apparently she's also Dolores Umbridge. Ooh, sneaky. Take that. Now I want to unlock this blue one first, it seems. So if we do this and this, that'll get us to access that. Next, we need red. Red. Which means. Yes, so to connect up red, we will use the regular crystal. And this one. Whoopsie. Let's move this. Oh yeah, that's better. Alright, so now we can catch that one. Now. I wonder if I could keep. No, let me. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Means it'll be the same for blue. Ah, they put that little wall in between there, so you can't just. Okay. Red is open, blue. Okay. Although. Wait. Can these double through? Oh, I won't know. What's the name of this again? Back up. Okay. So. That could work. Where is it? This one. So let's connect that back to there. What's that? What did that do? Oh, look at that there. So, let's follow that dotted line and see where that's taking us. Because we could light that up with a colour that we could use for number 3 puzzle. Up there. And that looks like it turns around and goes this way. There. Let's take a jog over here. Hi, Baron.
Hey, 1K.
What do you make of the Sphinx?
I don't know what she is, ontologically speaking, but those questions she asked reinforce my belief that we're being tested, or perhaps analyzed.
That's all. Keep following this dotted line. So it goes up to the top of that hill. And that's it. Oi, come. Yeah, come.
1K, what's up?
Tell me about yourself.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles. I think that's it.
Sound like the most normal human I've met. Why'd you become a scavenger?
I've always loved exploration, seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not the same as just reading about it.
I agree. Discovering the world enriches their lives.
Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we limit ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
Tell me about Bruce.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath, loves sticking his head into things, chews cables, pees on electrical stuff.
Oh no.
Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her
Aww.
and peeing on her equipment.
That's adorable. Why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long.
Mm.
Plus, they're kind of pretty.
Do you want to solve some of these puzzles?
Oh no, please. No puzzles. I am so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
Oh no. What's the farthest you've ever been from New Jerusalem?
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Have you ever seen anything like the megastructure in your travels?
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
Yo, why does this sound like Space Engineers music? What do you think the towers are for?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering?
I agree, they are beautiful.
I don't know who built this place, but whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
That's all. Ding, ding, ding. Talk to each member. What was I doing? Oh, I followed the laser beam. This. So, if there's a green in here that I might be able to utilize. Do it. But first I would need to solve the puzzle. It seems. Let's see. Actually, there are no lasers here. What's going on? So maybe not this one. There's a jammer, which is useful, but... Oh, no. I think I understand. Hold on. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, Let me go back to number 3. I got lost. How did I manage that? I bloody got lost. Oh. Okay, back to the start. Number 3. This way. 3, keep going that way. Keep going that way. Oh, this way. There's 4. How did I stumble into 4? There's 3. Must have came at it from a different direction. Oh, well, I'll do this, I guess. It's a secret puzzle. Keeping connections. Oh, that is not good. Not good at all. Let me see. What else do I have available to me? No, okay. Okay. I got it. Create the connection. And then place it down for a second. And then we'll pop it in here. Keep that connection, but join it up to that. Perfect. That's perfect. And then I should be able to create... Make the connection from here instead. Not quite. And that way I can take you now. And that gate stays open. And that way I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so... I've got this red here. Okay, yep, we can put that there. Connect that to that. Oop, just a little bit off. There we go. And then if I move you a little bit forward. There we go. Perfect. Private message. Doge, connecting you to a friend. Now, Doge is number 666. He's the slightly sus one. I've relayed your responses to my friends, and they have reached certain conclusions regarding your character. Would you like to hear them? This sounds exactly like the Milton test to become administrator in the first game. Yeah, go ahead. Now, you're new, so let me fill you in. Your arrival marks the moment of New Jerusalem's maturity, and there are differences of opinion about what it ought to become. Naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity, trying to guide our city to prosperity. People who know things which would only scare or confuse the average citizen. I have 5 such friends who expressed to me their interest in getting to know you. Okay. Who are these people? Can't yet tell you their names, but I can tell you a little about them. The first is an engineer by trade, tends to see the world as a puzzle to be solved. The second is a scholar of some repute, thinks the big questions have answers in our code. Third is, well, it's hard to pin down, a practitioner, let's say, of the esoteric arts. The fourth is a member of the political establishment, and the fifth, well, the less I say about them, the better for everyone. So is this someone you think would make a good match? Which is most interested in me? Your answers to my questions and our observations of your behavior elsewhere has given us a massive amount of data. It's clear there's only one person that I should put you in touch with. You've shown compassion for your fellow humans and open-mindedness to the point that your brains might fall out. Your support would mean a great deal to my esoteric friend. They won't be pinned down on how New Jerusalem should grow, except to say that it shouldn't be pinned down. And that they're absolute. Happy to put me in touch. Okay. Yeah, do it. Okay, I'll send an introduction in due course. Social media, there's nothing new. That was just a private message. Okay. Oh, bananas. Alright, what was that? Oh, this one was the secret one. Okay. How did I manage to get so lost? I was following the signs and everything. Alright. I had to take a quick potty break, so I'm gonna leave it there. Enjoy the view. And I will be back in a quick jiffy. Thank you for waiting. Sorry, I fed my cats at the same time. That way they don't beg for food in like 20 minutes. Yeah, we're already happy. Sure. Ooh. Don't want us climbing the rocks, hey? Invisible walls everywhere. That's number 4. Number 3 is this way. There. No. Number 3 is here. Okay, so we've got that bit on the top there. Can I fire on it from... yeah. Doesn't seem like it. Whoop, up. I can. So if we get the red to connect up to that one there. And pull with that. Because now I have access to that red there. Which means I can do the blue connection with this one. Here. Then I can use this to connect to blue, connect to red, to create green. Perfect. Nice.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles? They're not replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Were they similar?
No, not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
So it was boring. Oh, but what was this for? Wait, what? We'll have to see what that does later. Number 4. Let's go take care of that one now. Placement. Actually, let me just see the back of the number 4 sign. Does it have a... It does. Oh, I wonder what's going on with these. Does this one have one? No, just the first one. Oh, you have something new to say.
Yes?
I hear a big fan of you, cat.
Listen, one day that furry little demon is gonna pee on the wrong cable, and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off.
Isn't it
Forget
great?
about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
He loves you, that's all. Cats always seem to magnetize to the people who are not interested in a cat. We need a jammer of some sort. Maybe. That looks interesting. What's in there? Oh, just a laser. I'll grab that. Actually, can I do it through a fence? Nope. Kinda need that. Oh! Well, that's nifty. Hang on. I can do that. But also... Is it anything? What's up there? Ah, sneaky. There's a blue connector up there. I see, okay. So first of all, let's open this gate. Place this here. I wish I could walk through them. I guess that'd make it too overpowered. Place this in here on that, which will open up that door for us. Oops. Which I think I will just... Yeah. Let's do that. Whoa. Yes, no, I need it. You go there. Take you with me. Then we will jump up onto here. We'll go this one for this one. Oh! That's interesting. Well, even though it's on the ground, it's interesting. But it might not be the best angle. Let's just see if we can get it to it. No. Actually, hold on just a second. No, hang on. I should be able to get that block out of there. Then do that. Turn that up a tick. Then to there, grab you. I should be able to get it to pass through there, hopefully. Connect you there. Ah, perfect.
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
I've gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question. I'm glad we don't get headaches.
When we took that path, we found a secret. Is this way? Oh no! Gotten work on a puzzle for 20 minutes achievement, so you needed a bit of a break to come back to it. You'll have to tell me which one it is when I get to it. You have anything to say? You don't have anything to say? No? I have noticed this area has... I'll have to go back and catch up. I think I missed 1 and 2, but... Look at these levers on the back. Duet. Alright, let's go. Ah. No. That's actually not helpful. Hang on. Hang on, I've started in the wrong spot. Hang on. I can't quite reach that, so that's not good to me. Maybe I can reach the button. lever. Close enough for me. Oh, yes. So what did that allow? Ah, the fan. Okay, good. Yes, 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 yes. Phew. Thank you. Copy there. And, ooh, ah. Climb. Okay. Oh no! I've made a mistake. I forgot I can't carry it through the purple thing. Let's see. So the gemma will have to be used from where it is. We can work with that. Move it to me there, but what if... Oh, it's a gemma. Can't do anything there, that's purple. But I feel like that's gonna... okay. Ha! What do I do with this information? I mean, it looks cool being up here, but what does that get me? Aha. But then I'll be trapped. That's not a good idea. But... can I reach it? But I wonder if I could create a little portal there, could I then get the gemma to reach that? Let's see about that. Oh, I need to use this one first. I'll do that. Yes, that works nicely. Okay, beautiful. Ah, can't go through that. Climb the fence. Excellent. So then I can take this and put it outside, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that works. And then I can put that one there. Then I can carry this one around and place you outside as well. Excellent. Okay, cool. Perfect. Nice, 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 nice. So we've got that. Wait, did I need to do that? Oh, wait. I don't think I did. Ah. That's how it gets. Yeah, okay. So... You've tripped and fallen face first into victory? That's excellent! That's... It's always great when that happens. So I want to be able to see it. So is this the puzzle that you'd spent 20 minutes on? You finally figured it out? No, we'll definitely have to put that gem in the other section. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you. Excellent. Alright, let's do it.
That was well observed, 1K.
Thank you. Progenitor Portrait Series. This is the latest in my portrait series. I've always had a deep respect for the progenitor Alexandra Drennan. She didn't just create the founder and save humanity, she also tried to instill us with a sense of beauty and wonder. It was good to be human. As usual, please keep in mind that we should focus on engagement with the work. Don't ask yourself whether it's good or bad, but how it makes you feel. Beautiful work, Rodamin. Gives me a bittersweet, wistful feeling. She must have been a great person. To me, it really captures her bravery in the face of what the cosmos had thrown at her. It's well done, but I'm not sure it's appropriate for us to depict the progenitor in this way. What? Why not? It's important to remember she was a real person. You're right, she was extraordinary, of course, but she was a human being like any of us. I don't think you can say the progenitor was like any of us. That's like saying the founder was like any of us. It's not disrespectful to acknowledge their humanity. K is right. In fact, I'd say to not acknowledge their humanity would be downright insulting. Just look at that quote Rodney posted. Before this thread derails completely, let me say, as someone who personally knew the founder, that she was both extraordinary and very human. I could never accomplish what she did, but she always believed in me and my passion for art. Locked the thread. What have we got now? Number 6. Yep, I got that one. I wonder if these are in the first area as well. I'm curious. Passage. Oh, fun. You. Oh. I see. Oh, hello. Oh. What could you connect up to? So, let's just pop you there for now. The loudest car. Yum. Okay, me as well. So what do I have? What do I have? Okay, there's a gem up there which I will need. That's what I thought. Oh, I see. Okay, let's do that. Actually? Oh, actually... Yes. No, wait. Ah, shit. Oh, yes. This can work. Okay, so we're gonna eat and then drop it halfway. Oh, it's outside now? There you go. So I can't get it through the bars. Oh wait. No. Ah, missed. Wait, did it drop? Oh no, where did I drop it? That's... Did it get anything? So I need to try... Aim it. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Hang on. Can I climb with this? No, I can't climb with it. Oh, hold on just a minute. Yes, that could work. Okay, awesome. We've got two of these now. I don't know if I can access the second one from there. Oh, I can. Ooh. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the jammer. Can I jam that through? Yes, I could. So we'll grab the jammer and use it up there. Because then I should... Yes, I can use it in place of that. Oops, wait. Perfect. Now we'll take this back. There we go. Pick that up. Put that there. Grab one of these. Put that there. Jump on here. And done. 7 is this way. What's in here? Oh, laboratory.
Looks like you found another lab.
Hmm.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected.
What were they doing here?
Hmm.
And who are they?
There's more up there. Hold on. Let me suss this up. Oh, wow. So blue will turn to red. Red will turn to blue when fired through that. Alright. Now, untitled draft. Sage Edward identified the tetromino with the tetragrammation and the Greek word for God, because to him the mathematical properties of the tetromino reflected God's ability to reshape the world without breaking its laws. Elohim, in his desire to impose meaning on the simulation, which was his primary function as storyteller after all, took Edward's heretical ideas and integrated them as the sigils of his name. Despite all these layers of obfuscation, there is some kind of truth hidden in all this. The world really is, in a sense, made up of miniature parts that can be combined and recombined without breaking the underlying laws. Everything that exists is made of the same fundamental materials, and those materials are brought into existence by the same fundamental functions of reality. And yet, the miracle of existence is that we are not all one, but are in fact radically different and separate. New Alexandria, from the Book of Reminiscence and Regret by Eustachius. In the early days of our people, a great deal of responsibility fell on my shoulders. There were few of us then, and though we are stronger and hardier than any human, we are not invincible. The world was an overgrown ruin, and our resources extremely limited. It was a harsh time, but I felt passionate about the work, fired up by the many sacrifices that had brought us here. From the Ian team to the people of Gehenna, whose code was part of my personality. Bit by bit, New Jerusalem grew. We had to adapt some of the plans Drennan's team had left behind. I don't think they had expected the simulation to take as long as it did. It was all working. That's when I made a terrible mistake. Thinking it was a way of safeguarding against disaster, I proposed the creation of a second settlement, New Alexandria. As the location was far from the dam that powers New Jerusalem, I attempted to build a thermal power station that would take advantage of a local gas reservoir. However, I foolishly used geologic data from the archive, failing to account for the amount of time that had elapsed. 5 years later, this error led to an accident that leveled the settlement and killed 31 of my fellow citizens. Oh no. Of all my many regrets, this is the greatest. Eustachius never forgave himself for this mistake. He drifted away, isolated himself from everyone in New Jerusalem. But was it really his fault? Yes, he made a mistake, but why was the entire weight of the New Alexandria colony placed on his shoulders? A simple process of review and discussion could have prevented the entire disaster. Doesn't that mean New Jerusalem as a whole is at fault? Now, this is a conversation. He did his best. I feel sorry for him. But the dead remain dead, and that has to be faced. Oh dear. Ethics of extinction. If a species we consider beautiful and remarkable goes extinct, we consider that a great evil. Dolphins, for example. If dolphins go extinct, that's a great loss. If humanity causes dolphins to go extinct, that's a crime. But if Yersinia pestis, the bacterium that causes bubonic plague, goes extinct, is that an equally great loss? If not, why not? To nature, there's no difference. It's all just life forms. The only moral framework that allows us to choose between dolphins and the plague is a human one. What about a species going extinct without anthropogenic factors? Extinction is the norm. If one day dolphins are no longer capable of competing with other species, should we let them go extinct? When the sun finally dies and all life goes extinct, will that be a tragedy? If we can prevent it, should we? If you believe that extinction is acceptable when nature does it, but not when we do it, then you don't actually oppose extinction. You don't believe that dolphins are inherently valuable, that they deserve to live and thrive. You just oppose human control. You oppose our ability and responsibility to choose. Oh, I thought that was a bridge. Never mind. Anything else up here? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, there is a hand thing there. I missed that. Stratton ideas. The origins of thought. A fragment from Stratton's The Origins of Thought, as quoted in a commentary by Simplicicus of Cilicia. Stratton, to say that material things are brought into being by ideas is to flatter ourselves, which is an error philosophers are particularly prone to, because it raises those who think above those who do. Sorry, I needed a drink. There's lots of reading. Mega Marcus. Then what is the truth that does not flatter? That the reverse is true. Ideas are brought into being by matter, and so each man's ideas are shaped by the world that surrounds him, as clay is shaped by its mold. Those who live in mountains fear cold. Those who live in deserts fear thirst. The Athenians are shaped by Athens, and the Lacedaemonians by Sparta, and likewise it is for all people. But may ideas, if we take each man to be an idea, not by deliberate action, alter the shape of the mold, as you put it? To discover a method for accomplishing this is the chief purpose of philosophy, my friend. Footnotes. The newly discovered Heracleon manuscript, likely a lost part of the Baroque collection, contains an additional passage that differentiates between pneuma, the individual mind or spirit, described as an energy arising from matter, and ideas, which are produced by the pneuma as it interacts with the material world. Or maybe the P's silent. That could be a thing. Philosophy is useless if it offers no way of changing things. At least Stratton tried and didn't lie to himself. But how can we change the shape of the mold? Stratton never says. Perhaps by demonstrating the fact that other shapes are possible. We can't change it all ourselves, or perhaps we could, like Alexander Drennan, create the conditions for change. Project Trials 108.242, version 05 deployed successfully. Reversion to previous settings fixes malfunction. But what was the error? Cooling systems improved. Version 06 deployed successfully. Significant improvement to disassembly. New lab space carved out. Easy to destroy, harder to create. So easy to optimize only one aspect. Version 07 deployed successfully. Improvements to. Version 08 halted. Insufficient energy for trials. Schematic. Oh, that's not good. Oh, sleep mode.
The world is a wonderful place. Every day we take another step forward. Every day we come closer to the truth. The closer we get, the more I can see the beauty of the universe, the intricate perfection of its mechanisms. I am a machine, and the universe is a machine. Every part of me serves a purpose, or I could not be myself. I could not be Miranda, because that specific person could not exist without those specific parts and their specific functions. In the same way, every part of the universe serves a purpose. I think that is what we were meant to discover here.
Experience data stream overload.
1K. You just connected to an extremely powerful data stream. Are you all right?
I think I had a vision.
Yes, you were streaming. We all saw something. You're lucky it didn't fry your motherboard. Please, everyone, let's be careful with these terminals from now on.
Yes, let's all try not to die. More importantly, who the hell is Miranda?
There's no one by that name in New Jerusalem. I just searched the database.
Maybe it's a nickname?
I don't recognize the voice either. Maybe we need to consider the possibility that it's someone new. Someone we've never met before.
But where did they come from? And how many people does it take to build something this huge?
Like I said, we need to find out more.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm about to fix another part of the transport system. Thanks for the files, 1K. I hope they didn't fry your brain.
Interesting. So... it felt like they didn't have enough time to create more than 3 actual bots. And with the way things were in the first game, it felt like everybody, every single country was working together to create this. Well, I got a new message, a new private message. Mystery of Miranda. Read 10 social media entries. Touch grass. For anyone who missed it, Byron's expedition has recovered evidence of the existence of another person. Someone not from New Jerusalem. Who could this be? What does this mean? Maybe there's another city out there. Who says there was only one simulation? Maybe there are thousands of people we've never met. That's what I was thinking. Maybe there was more than one simulation, but... maybe there was more than one Elohim. Maybe there was a second simulation, literally the same, but placed somewhere else in the world with a robot. And they started to create their own civilization. Maybe the Elohim didn't go crazy. I really hope so. There is only one founder. I hate to agree with Thekla, but all the historical evidence we have points to that conclusion. There were some other attempts, but as far as we know, they all went wrong or failed. There's more that we don't know than there is that we do know. That sentence is going to make my brain crash. Why do we think Miranda is from Earth? There's no evidence to support that idea. It's been a long time. What if Athena went somewhere else and made Miranda? Like, it's been decades, centuries, they said. I'd like to hear more about these other attempts to save humanity. Some people affiliated with the Institute for Applied Pneumatics tried to set up a secondary site at another dam, but after about a century, the dam collapsed and took whatever was happening inside that system with it. There was also a similar attempt by another organization, but without the test of free will that Alexander Drennan devised. According to literature, it never produced a viable mind before it ran out of power. Could there still be others out there? Theoretically, yes, but even our dam would have collapsed without extensive repairs, and even a nuclear power plant would have run out of fuel by now. Oof, so laggy. Why? Nice 7. Eye of the Needle. Alright. Can I reach those things? Ah, I cannot. Hang on. I need something else first. Thank you. Oh, is that... No, there's no ladder on that side. What's going on? Okay, so I wonder if I can reach that with that. I need to get in there. Box. Box, box, box. There we go. Alright. So, we could reach it, but we'll have to move that one that way a bit. Let's see, we stand about where you are there. Okay, that's good. That's you. That's you. Where's the blue connection? Up there. Okay. So I don't need you. I don't need you there either. So. Oh. Ah, I see, I see. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we can do that. Beautiful. I just need to open that gate again with that block. Should do the trick. Okay. Enter the tower? No way. I'm gonna solve the rest of the puzzle.
I've managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
Oh.
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here. But experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
Hmm. This way. That's kind of nice. Let's get a good shot of that somewhere. Ooh. Yeah, that's a different one. Where have I ended up? Oh, basically back here? Yeah, 7, so we're gonna go towards 8. Okay, good.
I can't stop thinking about Miranda. A new person not born in New Jerusalem? Can you imagine that? I wonder what it's like to be her.
depends on who created her.
That's true. Just look at our team. Imagine getting your worldview from Byron versus, say, Melville. The outcome couldn't be more different. Which brings us back to the question of who built this place. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Talk about something else? You make these labs.
They're very different from the rest of these structures in that they serve a clear purpose. Everything else is kind of surreal, but the labs are places where people lived and worked. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something.
That's all. Rising! Kind of. Everything's getting kind of chunky. I don't know why the game is doing that. How are you, Zing? It's good to see you. I'm kind of winning. I think I'm winning. I'm having fun anyway. I'm my task manager. Game. Doing good. That's good. Yeah, it does for a brief while. I've already restarted it once today. But it also does, it does this thing. Yeah, the longer I play, yeah, it does. But I've noticed as well, if I just look at Task Manager, it starts at 100% CPU usage. And then as soon as I'm looking at it, tanks to 45%. Opens door, you're broadening your philosophical horizons, son. Memory leak. How do you stop a memory leak? Place a bucket under it. That doesn't stop the leak. But yes, this is quite frustrating. I suppose I could turn... Would it help if I turned the graphics down a little bit? Goofy optimization. Yuck. That's okay. It's still pretty to look at. Can't be mad. 8. No, I want number 8. Is 8 this way as well? Yeah, it kind of looks like it is. Try lowering the settings a bit. We'll give it a go. Yeah, I mean, there's been an update every single day so far, so I mean, they must be trying to figure it out, or they're fixing smaller things. Because I am kind of, you know, like, cranking it a bit. Oh, I had the view distance turned up. Why did I do that? Cranked to 11. No, I had to turn it back down. I turned it back down to 2. I had it on 5 yesterday and it seemed alright, but then today it just looked... Yeah, everything's on ultra. I wanted to see, you know, it's not very often I get a game and I'm like, hey, let's just crank the... Let's crank the settings. See what's going on. I also just press buttons and don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, that's feels like I'm on skates now. Seesaw. A red and a blue. That would make it green, but that's... Oh, butterfly. We need to open the gate first. We've got a red, so we can open the gate real quick. Oh, it's too fast now. See, I reckon if I just do that, and that, and that, and that. Yeah, it feels like there's a little bit of a drag on the mouse and I'm not moving at like 10,000 dpi. And we've got a blue over there. Ooh. I see. Oh, that's gonna cross. What could I possibly do? So I want to make sure that I can connect the blue. There's nothing higher that I could. Just gonna... Oh, ah! No, I do still kind of need it. I wonder... Can I reach the red? I could possibly do this. Not quite, not quite. Hang on. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, let's check it out. Perfect. Not quite. Hang on. I didn't think this through. Shit. I don't know what I was thinking about trying to do it like that. Okay. Okay. Oopsie. No, that wasn't gonna work the way that I thought it was. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. Let's see. So I would like the blue to connect to the blue without interrupting the line of the red. It doesn't matter once I'm inside. Okay, hold up. We're good, we're good. Okay, cool. So, get that, get that, get that. Okay. Bring this in here. I'm going to connect you to you. Do this. Look like that. Perfect. Take that. Perfect.
That was very smart one, Kay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound surprised.
No.
I mean, like, clearly, you know what you're doing.
I've been meaning to talk to you. This, vision you had, the data stream overload. How did it feel?
It was unpleasant at first, then beautiful.
Don't you worry that maybe your first impression was correct? And after that, your mind was basically being hijacked?
That sounds dangerously like a conspiracy theory. I wasn't hijacked. I think I made contact with something.
Just don't take this too lightly, okay? We're sturdier than our ancestors, but a mind is still a fragile thing.
That's fair. Something else.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's all. Never mind. Okay, so we still have a secret door somewhere. And I haven't found any things. Any artifacts. Oh, there's a question mark over there. Let's see what that is. I guess if I've wandered close enough to something, it'll signal. Okay, there's the other one. Loop. Let's go. Okay, so that'll send you sailing through there and in through there. It looks like through there. So I need 2 things to open that. I've got the red there and I've got the red there. What's in there? Nothing. What's in there? Nothing. Why would I want that? Why would I want that? Because I want that. Okay, yep. I only have one of those. Is there a second one somewhere? Okay, so maybe, okay, so let's connect these up real quick. And if we place you, let's say we place you directly in front. I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah. Maybe. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Wait. But now what? I can't pass through. Okay, that's a problem. I thought it was awesome. I now feel differently about that. I think I will have to reset. It's my first reset. I can't get into there. Which means I can't get that back. Yep. Yep. And even if I was to send the block through, I don't think it would change anything about the situation. The block doesn't do shit. Oh, wait. I mean, that's cool, but no. So what I should have done... Okay, yep, okay. There we go. Yep, it is indeed a loop. Alright, so... Yep, okay, I think I understand better. So we want to take this block, put it here, I'll just disconnect that for a minute and place it over here. Open that. This. Grab our box. Bring it out this way. Fantastic. Now, instead of placing it in there and sending it through, I'm going to use it here. Right. Now, what I also want to try and do is... Ooh! Ah! Hold on just a minute. Okay. I need that to go there. Maybe back a bit. I need you off there, and I need the block on there instead. So that I can carry this and put it on the other side here, so that it's on the other side of the purple wall now. So now I can create the connection to the gate from here. Excellent. Now I can take this, and I can use it on this side to create space for the block. Take this guy. In there, stand on here. There we go. Perfect. And then place this one over here. And this is going to get the block through the purple wall as well. Done. Alright, now I've got two things I can place on these platforms. Nice. Solve loop without doing multiple circles. Quite proud of myself. Now we're still looking for things. Let's see. Oh man, that's so cool. Is that the one I just solved? Yes. I think this one was... yeah, no, wrong one. Wait, what's this one about? Okay, so you need a green connection as well. There's another question mark over there. Oh, terminal. The New Theology 1. From the New Theology by George Bernard Shaw, the object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God. That is to say, instead of the old notion that creation began with a God, a personal being who, being perfect, created something lower than himself, the aim of the new theology is to turn that process the other way and conceive of the force behind the universe as working up, through imperfection and mistakes, to a perfect organized being, having the power of fulfilling its highest purpose. In a sense, there is no God as yet achieved, but there is that force at work making God, struggling through us to become an actual organized existence, enjoying what to many of us is the greatest conceivable ecstasy, the ecstasy of a brain and intelligence, actually conscious of the whole, and with executive force capable of guiding it to a perfectly benevolent and harmonious end. That is where we are working to. L1C Nyan. From the Lives of the First Companions by Miranda. After these events, Niam decided to consult the writings of the ancients. While philosophy and religion interested her, it was art in all its forms that came as a revelation. To her delight, she discovered that meaning was not something constructed purely out of logical will, but that it could also be found in stories, that even when the characters and events of a story were not factual, they had a validity and weight, as if they somehow were real after all. She was astonished that such a profound experience was freely available to all humans, but concerned that too few took advantage of it. So she set out to enrich the inner lives of her fellow citizens by promoting the arts, starting with the legacy of Gehenna. Nina sounds nice. I would love to meet her one day. She must know more about New Jerusalem art history than anyone. When we do, remind me to explain how to pronounce her name. The default settings in the language libraries are wrong. Leviathan. Do I need a drink? From the Introduction to Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. Nature, the art whereby God has made and governs the world, is by the art of man, as in many other things, so in this also imitated, that it can make an artificial animal. For seeing life is but a motion of the limbs, the beginning whereof is in some principal part with him. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels as does a watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such as was intended by the artificer? Art goes yet further, imitating that rational and most excellent work of nature, man. For by art is created that great Leviathan called a commonwealth, or state in Latin civitas, which is but an artificial man, though of greater stature and strength than the natural, for whose protection and defence it was intended, and in which the sovereignty is an artificial soul, as giving life and motion to the whole. Lastly, the pacts and covenants, by which the arts of this body politic were at first made, set together, and united, resemble that fiat, or the let us make man, pronounced by God in the creation. It's obvious that Hobbes has read Stratton and is extrapolating the Talos principle to the level of the state. But unlike Stratton, all he wishes for at the end of the day is a powerful ruler to control his machine, to tell him what to do. There's another question mark over there. Can I get you? Yeah, I got you. Can we just around the other side of this one, perhaps? Yes, here we go. Another terminal. There we go. Interface content available.
While exploring the forest, I came across a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power, perhaps from Gaia herself. Even to a being such as myself, less susceptible to manipulation by instincts and hormones, it was clearly a moment of revelation. In such moments, we are told to avert our eyes. But what if we do not? What will we discover if we look more closely? If we could speak to the stag, what wisdom would it have to offer? The answer is none. The stag is an animal of overwhelming stupidity, driven only by fear, hunger, and lust. There is no abyss for us to plunge into behind this revelation. Rather, the revelation is as flat and unreal as the plywood walls of a film set.
Hmm. I wonder if this has to do with the levers behind each of the things. So 2, 4, 7, and 8, perhaps. So I need to go back to number 2. Oops, that's not... Oh, I am lost. How did I manage that? Good job. But how? Maybe... Nope. That's not it. Okay, that's the gate. What the f have I done? Looking for 2. 2. Right? That way. Oh, what's under here? Nothing. I have no idea what I just did. I just... 2. This 1. So leave it off for the moment. Find number 2. Number 2. So we need 4. Turn that off. Where's 4 from here? This way. Where I just saw something zap. Maybe it was just my imagination. And 4. And then we'll head towards 5 as well. So I'll have to turn number 5 off. And 6 is this way. Yay! Okay, let's go back to the Sphinx. I think I'm lost. I found the gate. I mean, that's great, but that's not what I wanted. How do I do this? Oh, I wouldn't survive in nature in real life. I would die because I just keep getting lost. I'm gonna head back to 5, right? So let's go back this way. There it is. It was right there the whole time. A star.
Every answer leads to another question. The last answer leads to the first question.
Okay. Now we still have a green thing to... There we go. We've done that, we've done that. We found the lost lab. We've got to get a star. There's also going to be flames around here somewhere too. Where did that monument go with the... Oh man. They're so massive. Nope, you will not survive that. Not this one. Oh, another terminal. World Spirit. What is it that drives historical processes? It's easy to dismiss the idea of the great man, or the great woman for that matter, when clearly so much is determined by resource distribution, pre-existing political structures, and the randomness of the universe itself. But is there no space at all for the individual in all this? Are there not moments when, in Hellian fashion, an individual may represent the world spirit itself? Was Napoleon history on horseback or not? Or is it that itself another form of determinism? 5, 3, 5, 8. From Augustus to Napoleon, from Lincoln to Lenin, they are individuals whose actions seem to drive rather than merely be driven by history. They make bold choices for good or ill that transform entire societies. Or do they? We like to blame them for their failures, but they are not ultimately just the expression of a historical moment. 5, 3, 5, 8. But if they are, where is the space for human agency? It sometimes seems to me that all of human history has been that one struggle, to carve out a space for free choice against the tides of history and heroes in time. You can choose examples as you will, are both equally a reflection of that. Our greater goal, then, ought to be to extend that freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate as much as that is possible in this universe. Founding 2. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 14. Melampus and Yemo went back to the dam to get more charging equipment. They've not returned yet, which means that we're stretched a little thin, since we're still posting guards at all times. But those large herbivores haven't come back yet. And at any rate, Eustachius assures us that they're non-aggressive. But it's better not to take any chance. Not when there's so few of us, and so many of them. Athena and Cornelius and Eustachius spend most of their time drawing up plans and arguing. In a friendly manner, but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them out pretty well. It's like background noise after a while. We've started construction on the first habitat. It's going to be a temporary structure for now, but we'll all be glad to get out of the rain. Trevor 2.
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great. I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? Oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. Or, you know, I tore this other animal limb from limb, sniffed my friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet, but it ain't exactly the White Album. I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one. Except maybe a cat.
Yeah.
I could be a cat.
Yeah. What if there are cats out? Nah, that's just ridiculous. What if there are evolved cats? What if they walk on 2 legs? What if we'd see them and call them furries, but they're just evolved cats? That's ridiculous. I think that would be the most ridiculous turn that this game could ever take. It's probably the hottest take I will ever have. I'm still looking for things. I've still not found things. There are things that I'm looking for that I've not found. Hang on. There has to be, surely there has to be some artifacts laying around here. Can't have them in World 1 and not anywhere else. Oh man. I can smell the neighbor's flowers. The breeze is just catching just right. Beautiful. Jasmine. Oh, good. Also, I need to find that other statue so that I can connect a green laser to it. I think I've already been here, haven't I? Yes, okay, so... let's see. There it is. Yes. A machine of destruction. An armored war machine invented by ancient humans. Used to kill other humans and destroy infrastructure. Despite their crude appearance, great ingenuity went into the creation of these despicable machines. Found one. Excellent. Okay, this is the foggy area. I think I've been here already, yeah. This music reminds me of the third area in the first game. saw her just a moment ago. Where did she go? There. Okay. So we've got a green. Where can we get a green from? It's going to reach. Red and blue will make us a green laser. We might be able to hit that one from there. Let's check it out. Oh, hi.
Hey, 1K.
You make of this Miranda?
Going on what little we have, honestly, she reminds me of myself when I'd just been born. I came out from the dam at night, and the sky was full of stars. I felt a reverence then, an almost ecstatic connection to the sublime. The universe seemed like a miracle, and to exist within it was the greatest possible honor. That view was tempered in time, but I've always tried to hold on to as much of it as I could.
That's all. Okay, so... Oh, actually... These ones won't be able to make the... Ooh, got me good. Can I fire them at the same time? At it. No, I don't think so. I don't think that will work. Can I make it? Hang on, let's do this. Will that do anything, or will I still have runners? No. So it's not this one. Alright, we need to move on to the next one. It's got to be up high enough to reach her. There she is. Where'd she go? Dang it, lost it already. Can I lose a ginormous statue? Come on, man. There. Alright. So she's there, right behind me. Okay. I don't know about this one. This is number 5. Duet doesn't have any lasers to connect up to, so I can't use Duet. So she should still be over this way. Why don't I just take note of the actual direction? So, pretty much west. It's just a smidge of west. Low over here. I don't think it would be here. Woo! Jesus, almost ended it. Okay, what's in here? I kind of miss the openness of the first area. There's a lot of trees here. I get lost. Oh, can't get in there yet. Okay. Hang on. Ooh, hey. Device for generating heat. Like ourselves, our ancestors could only survive in a limited spectrum of temperatures. Devices such as this one allowed them to artificially create the conditions that allowed them to thrive. There we go. Let's head back to number 2. Feels like it's too far away. Ritual aid. I don't think there was anything in there that I could use to create extra connections either. No, there's not. I wonder... I should be able to... Maybe... Where are those connections again that were up in the air? Started at number 3. Yes, do you have anything to say? So 3 was where I could create the connection. But... There's a setting. So we create the blue you here. Create the red and pop you here. And grab you and connect you to the green. Okay, now let's see if we can get that close to where we want. Might not be. Actually, yeah, that might work. Hold on. Yeah, that might do the trick. So now we can see that from there. Means I might possibly be able to see it from in there. Yes? Beautiful. Like that. We connect up to her. We connect up to you. Oopsie. Hold on. Perfect. Awesome.
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Okay. Well, there's actually 2 flowers in this area. Okay. I'm still missing a second flame. I think I might have to look for that a little bit later. Alright, need to go this way. Yes, this way. Nice. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be back in a jiffy. Get a fresh bottle of water and a snack, and I'll be back. Thanks for waiting. Let's do this. I'm just gonna munch on a biscuit as well while I do this. I don't think this is going to work out the way that I want it to. No, we're going in totally the worst direction. That's not what I want. That might do the trick. Maybe. Yes! Nice. Nothing interesting in this forest? No. Okay. Just decoration. Okay. Next. Nah. Once I dropped the graphics back a little bit, it worked out okay. I think I was just trying too hard to run on Ultra. And it's not been a problem since I dropped it back just one. It's all good, but seriously though, is it really? It doesn't tell me how many tabs are open. Yeah. And blur is crazy. Like, I like a little bit of motion blur just because I feel like it kind of puts a bit of drag on the mouse. Whereas if you turn the motion blur all the way off, your original complaint with the mouse speed was like hectic. Okay, that's age. That's like last year or some shit. So it's been a while since you've closed tabs, hey? But yeah, like, mouse speed is just off the chart. So I do like a little bit of... Yeah, a little bit. Maybe like a 3, just to see how that goes. Yeah, that's alright. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, just in case you need them, I totally understand. Alright, let's go see what happens here. Whoopa. Yum. Oh.
Halt, creature of clay. You have strayed from your garden and entered a domain that is beyond your ken. Turn back now, before you harm yourself and others.
Who are you?
I am, like you, another lost child of Hephaestus in the kingdom of Artemis. But though I am lost, I know my purpose. To stand between you and the flame.
Are you like the Sphinx?
The Sphinx speaks in riddles and knows nothing but mysteries. She has questions, but no answers.
We were invited here.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery. But his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
I need to know what is going on here for the safety of New Jerusalem.
Your desire to protect your city is commendable. But you must remember that knowledge leads to temptation.
As always.
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was Pandora, which matches the other one being Prometheus.
They seem to be locked in some kind of conflict.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
Look. Pandora feels like the old Elohim who's trying to lead you through, who's trying to force you to do one thing. To keep the program running. So it's like, are we expected to willingly decide not to do with it what Athena wants us to do. Is there anything new? No. I think we need to finish. I'll go have a quick look at the gate, but I think we need to finish the third area as well to be able to access the gate. Yeah, it seems that way. Actually, that only seems to have managed a quarter. Right. So it must be the stars that's unlocking the gates. Because there's 2 stars for each area. Why don't we all just be good little robots and go home? Yeah, isn't that what Elohim wanted in the first game? For us to just obey him? Feel an intense need to not follow instructions. Excuse me. There we go. That's true. Pandora has had experience with bad shit. But I feel like she was set up for that. Like, they could have given that box to anybody. I was tempted to sass her with that option, honestly. It was, you know, she would probably got really cranky at me. But yeah, I feel like they could have given that box to anyone and it would have been somebody else's name box. And I travel to East 3. So, you know, it feels, you know...
Okay, you brought up an interesting question earlier. Where did all the tech in the labs come from? So, I had a look at the serial numbers. And it turns out the answer is... new. New.
Oh. Wow, I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.